Our Stages Theater Company story began
with the audition of Frederick.
We actually, in a funny way, brought her and signed her up for her first audition, hoping that she would learn, since she'd never been to an audition before, about disappointment and failure and what it's like to try hard for something and not succeed.
As my dad said, my parents wanted to teach me about disappointment, and then I'm still here, so.
She did get a part in that first production, so that didn't quite work out how we planned, but.
I didn't know that at the time, but we joked about it after. But I remember I was so excited to get in, and Frederick was at the same time as my ski season. And I was like, if I don't get in, it's fine, because then I can ski. But it was a cover-up. I really, really wanted to be in Frederick. I remember walking in and I was so nervous. And I was worried I was gonna forget my song. And I was so nervous. And I walked in and, immediately it was just, seeing Sandy's smile and just seeing it was like, okay, I'm good here.
She has felt a real sense of family here at Stages.
How many shows ago was that?
9. As the shows kept going, I learned more about myself. I gained confidence. I learned how to work as a team. The people around me became my family. And yeah, I don't know where I'd be without them.
Really grateful that this has been a part of her life. It has really helped her find a sense of self and purpose and mission.
Yeah, so I think now that I'm also shadowing Sandy, I've gotten to experience a lot of different aspects of Stages, from being on the production team, being an actor, being a teacher, and for all of it, the family rings true. And just planting these little seeds, in them, this is your imagination, this is your voice, this is your body tool. And there was one student that I met, she was a little shy at the beginning, and after the second day, personality exploded. And I think that just shows the power of theater. It's you got your imagination, you got your buddies, and you're good to go.
And not just for theater too, right?
Not just for theater, not at all.
Right?
No, just in life in general. You have your people.
Understanding that she can have these interests and really develop them and be around people who support them and have similar interests.
And I know whenever I had a hard day and I'd come here, and Sandy would be there to give me a hug, my cast would be there, and even when I left the building, there's still that sense of community and being I have a place where I belong, and that's a place I can always go to. It's a cast sometimes of 25 people, strangers, and then by the end of it, it's your family.
And she's kind of learned that process and really developed her skills and has, really developed as a person in terms of her art and her self-confidence because of her time at Stages. Stages
has changed me as a person for the better in a plethora of ways. Big words. It's so easy to fall into, especially when you're growing up, teen years, it's so easy to fall into who you should be, this is what I need to be, this is what I have to do, this is what I have to look like, I don't have to worry that I have to be some certain type of way. I can just come here and be Indra and whatever comes with that, and know that that's going to be accepted and that the people here are just going to love me and support me no matter what. And, it's live theater. You're going to make mistakes. And one of the biggest things I learned is, you're on stage, you just you make it work. You roll with what you got, and the people around you are just okay, that's what we're doing. Let's roll with it. And it's no big deal, and then you get to laugh about it later. So not only did I grow as an actor, because the acting's come a long way since Frederick, but I've also grown as a person. I learned how to stand up for myself. I learned how to, and not to the people here, but the people here taught me how to stand up for myself by making me feel like I was worthy. The people here made me feel like I was loved and I was worthy enough to deserve respect and love from other people in my life.
What would you change about Stages if you could change it?
I would just be here all the time instead of just 6:30 to 9, I would be here all the time. That's, yeah, one thing.
I think Stages is unique in that, it might seem on the outside to be a very sort of a smaller production house. It's in Hopkins, which is not, I guess, downtown Minneapolis or a huge city. But wherever you go, people know what Stages is, and people know about the quality of the productions at Stages.
If your donation provided class for one person, or one person was able to attend a show, that could change the whole trajectory of their life.
It has a real foothold in sort of the culture of Minnesota, and certainly in the Twin Cities, that people really see it as a resource and treasure it for what it offers to young people.
Stages is meant so much to us. Myself, my family, my siblings, my friends, anybody that's had the opportunity to come to Stages and see a show or just hear about it and hear about the fun. I think everyone's touched, and for my family especially, it's an integral part of our lives. There's not a day that goes by where I don't think about Stages. It's always on the calendar somewhere. Indra's going to Stages. If I hadn't had this experience, I don't know who I would be. And so I think providing this experience, you're changing someone's life. You're changing them for the better, and you're helping them become the best version of themselves.
That has been a real blessing for her and for us.
I feel love for the people. I feel love for the place. I feel love for the experiences. I love every part of it.
That's my Stages story.
And that's my Stages story.